The future is fast and real-time, with countless industries shifting to digital business models such as online transportation, shopping, learning, and digital media. In organizations, processes like order taking, production coordination, finance, and more are becoming digital, but legal department is the last one. The core functions of a legal department are contract management, licensing, company data records, mergers, acquisitions, regulatory support, compliance, investigation, and litigation. Every legal department works with all other departments in an organization. Legal departments face several challenges. There is a higher expectation for legal departments to turn documents around rapidly, but they still do things in an old-fashioned way, thus takes time. It is prone to human error, lack of value in repetitive tasks, difficulties in data management, lack of collaboration, loss of documents, and time lost waiting for manual signatures. A good digital contract management system should have these components, templates and e-forms for coworkers in other departments to initiate. So if someone wants to create a document, whether it's NDA, purchase order, partnership contract, they can look for the document and start the process. List of tasks to finish daily. When the form is created, it should automatically go through the correct workflow until the document is stored away. Online approval of contracts, productivity. A few people can share the document, report on it, and put their notes. Efficient digital distribution. Create projects for an ongoing discussion. Need for audit trails to easily track changes in the document. Reminders for things like licenses that need to be renewed. A place to hide confidential documents and digital signatures. The contract management system has these key modules: contract creation, contract renewal, contract termination, and placing contracts on hold. Each of these have their own workflows. Along with reports management will want to see. Each contract goes through a set of internal approvals before it reaches the top. It's a completely configurable workflow depending on the requirements of each organization. In this particular workflow, it starts with the contract initiator requesting a contract, which starts the chain of approvals. At each stage, the contract could be rejected, sent back for modifications, or approved, which moves it forward in the workflow. Predetermined conditions, such as who has authority to review contracts at certain values and how many layers are needed to approve certain values, are implemented within the system. On a digital contract management system, store different types of contract templates for different purposes, in different currencies, and different thresholds, such as for contract value and approval authorization. All of this is maintained in the system by an admin. This is the contract management application. Let's log in as a contract initiator. The inbox displays contracts that are waiting for action from this user. Contract list holds all the contracts this user is permitted to see and shows each contract's current status in the workflow. Click on any file in the contract list to see its details. If you need to renew a contract, click the Renew Contract button, and the system will automatically assign a contract number. Let's create a new contract. The system will give us a contract creation form. Fill in the information. We have the option of uploading the other party's contract template if it is available, or we can create our own. We can choose from available templates in the system. We can make necessary changes to the contract here. We can also drag and drop these values on the left-hand panel. Once it's finished, we can save it and it gets added into the form. Add some more details in the contract form, including contract conditions, payment terms, penalty calculations, client or vendor information, and other indicators. The details we have just added is automatically filled in the contract template. When we click Create, the contract is submitted. Now we go one step into the workflow. This is the division director's inbox. This contract is waiting to be reviewed. We can view details. We can then provide comments on the contract. highlight parts in the contract, and suggest edits. Since this contract needs revisions, the division director is sending it back to the contract initiator to fix. The contract initiator has received the corrections and comments from the division director. If another relevant division director in the workflow also added comments for revisions, the contract initiator will be able to see comments from both division directors. The initiator will be able to view the original version and versions from both division directors that return the contract. View two versions side by side to compare the suggestions. Make the necessary changes. View the revised contract on Word, and save the contract. When everything looks right, complete the task. The contract is automatically sent back to the two division directors that previously added corrections. The division director receives the revised contract. The system automatically updates the file name with each version as to reduce confusion. As the division director can see, all of the changes have been made. To ensure the revisions are correct, the division director can view it side by side with the previous version. Once the contract looks good, the division director can approve the contract, and it moves forward in the workflow. From this point on, the most recent version of the file gets converted into a PDF, so it is no longer editable. The system also builds an e-signature doc for everyone who approved this document. The two division directors, their signatures are kept in a HRM system. The system picks it up from the HRM system and builds the signature doc along with their comments and corrections. The system also makes a basic document information brief. Moving on to the next step in this workflow, the corporate secretary. The secretary sees that everything looks fine, adds remarks and clicks Complete Task. That ends this particular workflow. Even on the initiator's page, they can see that the status of the contract is completed. If the initiator needs to renew a contract, this kickstarts the whole renewal process. All these fields would be automatically refilled, fill in the reason for renewal, look at the last template, and submit it. Or if the annotator wants to place the contract on hold, they can efficiently do so on the platform. They could also quickly release the contract hold on the platform. There are different kinds of reports: contract creation, contract renewal, asset FL report, payment schedule report, and more. To search easily, we can search for specific values in the report and download the results as an Excel sheet. The admin can see all the report dashboards. This can be enabled for high-level leadership to view the overall activities. If we had to build a contract management application like what we just saw, how would we do it? We will go to the no-code application designer platform. App Studio is where we build applications. We have what we call Excel to App Converters, where we build applications with the help of spreadsheets. In the Excel sheet, provide all the roles that will be applicable to our application, the field names and field types that we want, and whatever our requirements are. We can add as many fields as we need on this Excel sheet. In the App Studio, click New App. Fill up all the tabs to create an application. In the Forms tab, we can copy the form from Excel directly onto the platform. You can add choices for each field. We can edit it again and decide what options to choose from. We can control the properties of those fields here. We can design the form's layout. preview what it will look like. If everything looks good, we can go ahead and save it, concluding our data entry form. Now we can begin the workflow. The layers of approval of this contract will go through once initiated. Create the workflow by dragging and dropping elements from the panel on the left. Configure the details on the right-hand panel. Draw links between elements to define the workflow. Choose which fields can be edited by customers, such as their names, addresses, and such. Also, choose which fields are off-limits for customers, such as Division Director remarks and VP remarks. We can give permissions for each level. The workflow has been created. Create a page to show the details of every contract. Allow all these fields to appear on the Details page whenever a contract is selected. Include the Documents tab and Activity History tabs. It is also essential to create a List of Contracts page. Tick the boxes to indicate which contracts we would like to display on the page. Add a button to enable the user to create new contracts. We can create custom dashboards. We can add various widgets to show different values. And add the dashboard screen to the menu. Customize colors and logos as per the organization's visual identity. Publish the application and install it in the server, and we can start using the application. To see the application in action, if we click Create New Contract, we will open the form, fill in the data, and click Create, which will kickstart the workflow sent directly to the Division Director's inbox. The Division Director will find the contract in their inbox. They can view it and approve it. The contract then goes to the VP's inbox, and the workflow has been completed. We can view the dashboard, mapping the name of the customer and the contract value. This is how we build applications in the back with Ixora Visual Studio, where we can quickly build applications using a drag and drop feature. This may require some coding if there is complex logic involving calculations. We have a coding interface for anyone who knows JavaScript. How can we finalize the requirements faster? By using the requirements management interface with AI assistance. The system will first give us all those basic one-liner modules in a contract management application. Save it. Next, we can expand on each. AI will then provide further details for the basic flow, as well as the alternate flow if the manager fails to fill in the required details, if the data is invalid, or if the system runs into technical issues. Save it. Next, we will ask it for functionality, what we need to achieve something like this. Save it into the system. Essentially, building up our business requirements document. We can also ask AI for our user interface. We can use AI assistance to build the exact set of requirements we want to have on the application very comprehensively. A digital contract management system can help boost efficiency, enhance security, centralize access, provide real-time insights, and ensure scalability and flexibility. Ready to revolutionize how you manage contracts? For more information, contact us today.